My name is Martin Fregene. I'm the director of BioCassava Plus. I work at the Donald Danforth Plant Science Center in St. Louis, Missouri. And right now we are in the confined field trial site for the high iron cassava. And right over there at the back, in the background, you can see the confined field trial for high provitamin A or high beta carotene cassava varieties. So right here we have two CFT experiments going on in parallel. The high ion where we are standing, and right at the back, um, the the high provitamin A. We are expecting a third CFT for high protein sometime later in the year. And NRCRI is fast becoming one of the pacemakers for cassava in the whole of Africa, because within a period of 2 years we will have run 5 CFTs in total. NRCRI, as you rightly know from the name, is the National Center for Breeding, Improvement, Agronomy and Processing of Cassava. As you also might be aware, cassava is a major crop in Nigeria, and not only Nigeria, but most of sub-Saharan Africa. Cassava came on Portuguese ships, trade ships in the mid 15th centuries to Africa. And since then, it has gone from almost a minor crop to a major source of calories for African children and women and men. But there's a burden to eating cassava. From a meal of cassava, like a 500-gram meal of cassava, you will get more than 80% of your calories need for that day, energy need for that day. You will get only 29% of your protein needs. You get only 4% of your provitamin A needs. You will get only 20% of your iron needs and less than 20% of your zinc needs. It's a burden of eating cassava. The more people eat cassava and they don't have access to other nutritious foods, the more they actually have a deficiency in intake. And like you know, every second 6 children die in Africa from poor intake of key minerals and nutrients like provitamin A, so important for the development of the eye, of development of the immune system, iron, so important for for development of the whole body, and things like zinc, so important also for development of bones. So when you eat cassava as a young child or as an adult, or as a pregnant woman, you're actually not getting all you require, even though the crop is so important. Why is the crop important in Africa? Because it's adapted to our agroecology of 5 months of dryness, then rainfall. Cassava can withstand drought. It can withstand all sorts of poor soils. Cassava can withstand, inadequate labor. You know, so it's an important crop, but at the same time we have all these shortcomings. So what is BioCassava Plus trying to do? We are trying to, you know, you know, kind of close that gap, change those shortcomings. And how are we doing that? Like you have seen, by engineering the crop for increased iron, for increased provitamin A. We are also working very hard to test those engineered crops in the field and then eventually develop a product that will now pass through food and environmental safety to ensure that what we're giving back to farmers meets the minimum criteria for food and environmental safety. That when people eat this transgenic materials, the roots they're eating is completely digestible, has no toxicity, has no homology to a known allergen, and also does not harm the environment. It does not harm the soil and fauna or flora, and also does not harm the fauna or flora around us. So we are taking all the care to ensure that farmers, consumers are getting a safe product, but at the same time getting added benefits of sufficient minerals and nutrients.